After reading an article on team-based functional behavior assessments, I believe that all schools, if not most schools, should be implementing this process to ensure that all their students are being supported in the best way possible. Currently, the school that I work for does team-based functional behavioral assessments. We meet every single Thursday for about an hour to discuss our caseload, what's going on. We have our school psychologist present, the social workers present, the speech paths present, our special education coordinator is there. Sometimes if we feel like the OT or PT should be present, they are there as well. So it is a nice mix of people to make sure that the student that we are discussing is being supported in all environments that they take part in during their school day. During these meetings, we talk about behaviors, talk about EBC data. If the school psychologist came in and conducted observations, they share out those observations. We all talk about the behavior that we're discussing, if we've seen it, if there's any data that we've been taking, and then from there, we go ahead and formulate a behavior intervention plan if need be. After that meeting, we also communicate with parents by calling them on the phone, emailing them, sending daily communication sheets, just making sure that they know exactly what's going on, how the student's being supported, what their behavior is, and how we are working towards making sure that their student is being supported in all aspects of their school day. I just believe that the team-based functional behavioral assessment is a great assessment to make sure that many professionals who have contact with the student are present, they are discussing the student, and they are able to put in their input. They are also giving insight on different interventions, and from there, we go ahead and implement those interventions. After about a week or two, we will meet back, discuss the data, and see if our intervention was successful or not. I just believe that this is such an easy process where you can pull together the people that work with the student and you come together to discuss the behaviors and analyze the patterns to find out what the function of the behavior is and find a different replacement behavior to ensure that the student learns appropriate behaviors and put in place consequences if need be. I also believe that this is a great process for general education teachers to be a part in, especially if they have a student in their class that is currently mainstreaming. For example, one of my kiddos that is on my caseload is mainstreaming in the general education classroom, and we meet about every week to discuss the student, to make sure that they have appropriate behaviors, and that we are supporting them in the gen ed classroom best as we can. So to sum it all up, I believe that the team-based assessment is just a great strategy to be used within schools to make sure that all professionals come together to discuss the student, interventions are taking place, observations are being shared out, information is being shared out, and I think it will also help with consistency, especially if there is a plan in place to make sure that everybody that is implementing the plan communicates well enough to know how to handle the student and basically administer the intervention in the appropriate way that is intended.